Hey guys, welcome to the homestead. We are not on the homestead yet again. We are in a Holiday Inn Express in Nashville for tomorrow's appointment that Jamie has with a doctor that we're visiting with here in Nashville. And so while we're here, it's the day before. We got here a little bit early, got settled into the hotel, and we're going to do one of her foot bath detoxes. And so I thought I would show you how that works. How the foot bath works. There was a friend of ours who gave us the inside scoop on the foot bath and how it works, the real story of how it works, because you'll find a lot of controversial data out there on internet land about foot baths and foot bath detoxes. So I'm going to show you today how it works, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on while we're doing it. So there's Jamie, and she's getting ready to do her foot bath detox. And so what's going to happen here is there's the machine. We're going to turn that on. And this is, I forgot what this is called, the module. Do you remember what that was called? It says right here. An array. 2 black arrays are included with this. So this is one of the arrays. And you put this array inside, submerge it in the water, and then you turn the machine on. It's hooked up to her wrist. Don't ask me what that does, but it's important. It won't work if you don't do it. And you add salt until you get to the number that the screen says is correct. So we have the salt there. This is the first time we've actually used this foot bath with tap water, because most of our water we use is harvested rainwater. So this will be interesting to see how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and put your feet in.
Tell them that we have to add a good amount of salt to our rainwater.
Right. To get it to work and get the numbers to where you want them, and I'll show you the numbers in a minute, you have to add, we have to add a few pinches of salt to get it to get the numbers correct. And also this lotion is needed underneath where that wrist, there's a little contact on this side of her arm. So they ask you to put some lotion on there so that you have good contact with the sensor. Again,
you never feel any electrical current or anything.
Yeah,
so.
But there is some sort of small current that's going through you and connecting with the water. I'll explain that in a minute.
Okay.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and put your feet in the water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and submerge the array down in there. She'll just set her foot aside. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to there's a power button in the back. I'm going to go ahead and feel where that, there it is. Okay, turn that on. And then all you have to do is hit this E and T button. I don't know what all these other numbers and things are for. I guess there's different things you can do with it. Even the instruction manual, which is pretty handy manual. It has very easy step 1, step 2, step 3, step 5, whatever it is. All the steps you need to take, but it doesn't give a lot of details into all these numbers. But it's very simple, easy to follow directions included with the manual. So all you have to do is basically just hit E and T, and it starts the time. And right now it's reading E 0.4, and you want this to get up to around 1.2 to 1.5. So what we're going to do is go ahead and add a pinch of the salt. And again, I'm going to explain what's going on here in a minute. So there's some salt, and I'm gonna add some more salt. Let's see if the number changes. Okay, add some more salt. Number's going up. Okay, 0.5. And Jamie at this time, she's also moving her feet around a little bit to mix the salt in with the water. Okay, we're at 0.7. I don't want to add too much, so I'm going to go real slow on the salt and add just a little bit more. And Jamie's continuing to move her feet around to mix in the salt with the water. We'll just keep an eye on the number. 0.9. We're getting there. All right. I'm going to slow down on the salt now. We'll let some of that dissolve. Okay, 1.1. That's probably going to be good because it'll probably get to 1.2 if she keeps moving her feet and mixing that salt in. So what's happening right now, if you can see the stuff coming off the array? It's like a cloud. See that stuff coming off the array? Okay, I'll explain what's happening here if I can get just a good view. All right, you see that cloudy stuff that's coming off of the array. what's happening inside this foot bath is the exact same thing that happens every Thanksgiving when you brine a turkey. So you get this turkey and you want it to be, succulent and juicy when you have this turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. So what you do is you get a cooler usually, and you fill it full of salt water, and you put the turkey into that salt water. You submerge it into that salt water, and what you want is that salt to be draw the water in from that salt water into the turkey to make it juicier. What's happening is a form of osmosis. So sodium chloride, which is salt, the sodium is a positive, the chloride is a negative. Okay, it's a negative, a positive and negative charged particle. Okay, sodium chloride. That's the salt that you want to bring into that turkey. Well, when you do that, it's taking things out of the turkey and putting it into the saltwater solution. While the salt and water is being drawn in, the sodium chloride is being drawn in, positive charged particles or toxins, bacteria, what actually gives the turkey flavor is being pushed out of the turkey and into the water. So you're actually making the turkey more juicy, but you're losing flavor at the same time, because it's actually bacteria and those things that are inside the turkey that give the turkey flavor. And so that's why they tell you when you brine a turkey, if you brine it for too long, you can actually lose flavor and your turkey will be bland. It's the same way when they hang beef. Aged beef is more flavorful because of all the bacteria in it. Okay, there's good bacteria in there. So what you're doing with this, it's the same thing. What you're doing with this is you're taking salt, sodium chloride, and you're basically splitting the particles, and you're charging them, basically taking the positive and negative charged particles here, and you're drawing out of your body the positive charged toxins, and it's pulling them through your feet. And that's what's happening. It's just osmosis. It's a simple process. If you look up the process for these foot bath detoxes and the science behind brining a turkey, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. So that's what you're doing. You're basically taking out these charged particle toxins from your body, and you're moving them out of your feet. And so what they do is they give you a color coordination to show you what it is you're drawing out of the body. And I think it's actually in the book here. Is it the last page or second to last page? Yeah, here it is. So let me zoom that or focus that. So black, it means it's liver related. Black flecks, heavy metals. Brown, liver and cell debris. Dark green, gallbladder issues. Orange means it's from your joints, joint problems. Red flecks, blood clots. White cheese-like particles, yeast. White foam, it's the lymphatic system. And yellow-green, kidney, bladder, and prostate. So I was reading a testimony of a lady online, and she had dark green substances coming out of her water, and she went into her doctor, and they ran some tests, and sure enough, her gallbladder had issues and was failing. And so, the test was dead on right of what was going on, showing her what was the issues she had with her body. And so you can see this water is starting to turn brown. And the last time we did this 2 days ago, it was 2 days ago, right? Yeah. So I think 2 days ago it was dark brown, which is obvious. It makes sense because right now we're trying to detox her liver. She's doing coffee enemas on a pretty regular basis, which is a very good liver detox. And so it makes sense that it's going to be dark brown. And also the Rife machine is killing off a lot of things in her body that don't need to be there. And so she has a lot of cell debris and liver that's coming out of her body, from the liver detox. So that's why her water was dark brown. And so I'm going to pause the video here and come back when we're done in 30 minutes, and it's going to show you just how dark brown this is in the color. But that's what's happening here. It's basically osmosis, where you're taking positive and negative charged sodium chloride, you're splitting those ions, and it's forcing the positive charge toxins in her body to come out. And so the stuff that you're going to see floating on here in a little bit, that's not what came out of her body. This is the stuff right here. This is from the ray. But what's happening is the color that you're seeing is because of all of the cell debris and things like that, the toxins that are coming out of her body. It's showing you what colors those represent. You know, what's coming with the charged particles that are coming out of her body. I hope that makes sense. Do your own research. Again, you're going to find a whole lot of people online who think this is a bunch of funny farm, garbage. But if you really actually look at the science behind it and read the testimonies, I have a friend, I've mentioned before, Rob Skiba, who saw a dramatic increase in his health because of doing this type of detox. And the proof is in the pudding, as they say. All right, I'll bring you back in a few minutes, and I'll show you the result. Okay, we're back, and we got 30 seconds left before the timer runs out. And Jamie is working on her sewing. And look at that water. Oh, disgusting. It's like a really, really deep, dark brown. And none of that is from her body, okay, guys? This is from the array. And it's what happens when the array is mixing with the salt water and the electrical current is running through it and splitting the ions, the positive and negative charged ions. And so that is an indication, however, there are things inside this water that has come out of her feet, out of her body, but it's the reaction of the array. It's showing you what kind of materials are coming out and from where in her body. And the dark brown means cell debris and liver debris. Again, you have this pamphlet here and the instructions. Oh, there it is. Timer just ran out. So the timer's out. And it gives you all of the different items or the different, descriptions of what could be coming out of you based on the color. Okay, orange, dark green, brown. And so we have brown, liver and cell debris right here. So that's the foot bath, and it's a detox. Again, do your own research. There's lots of positive, lots of negative information you're going to find on the internet out there. But again, I've had firsthand testimonies from people who say it works. Lots of great info online from people who say it works. Again, lots of people online who say it doesn't, and it's a bunch of nonsense. Do your own research, make up your own mind, but I'm going to go with it. All right, guys. See you next time in the homestead.